Okay, I had all of these out to put little bags inside, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But I thought, you know what, since I had, this is all of my casting systems. I love casting systems. If you've watched my channel, you know that. Probably my most used thing to cast on, even though I have many other things, has been this that I made. I think I had a video where I made this. I just keep it kind of rolled. I didn't like how that ended up squishing that though. I usually have it in like a bigger roll. But that just stays on the side of my reading table because that's my probably favorite thing to cast on. And I just love casting. Why do I love casting of all kinds? I think it is the most visually representative of energy of a situation. So if I'm casting whatever I'm casting down on the table, I get to see where things are clustering together, where things are spread apart, where things are really far away from each other. I just love that you get... Energy is messy. Situations are messy. They're not so nice and neat. And I do believe that casting is the most visually representative of how messy the energies can get and what work we might have to do to disentangle some of the energy. So I just love it. I like the whole visceral thing of shaking something in your hands and casting it down. I just love everything about it. So I have, again, I know people are tired of hearing it, but I have very lucky, I'm lucky in friends in general for many different reasons, but in this case I'm lucky to have a friend who sews, and so have been going through getting, and I like feed bags for doing my casting in, so I've been going through and she's been making me bags for my casting sets. Well, when I do casting, I always keep, let me grab this one, I always keep a little bag, and what I was using were these little black bags that are kind of like a plasticky material, and they don't stay closed. They come out, and what I keep in here are crystals. I usually keep 5 crystals. Sometimes there's more, some 5 or 6 of these little sets of tumble crystals, and I use them so that, say I cast rune on a table, you know, 9 runes, and you know, some of them are upright, some of them are face down. I read face down runes. Don't come at me. I understand some people are very offended by it, but I do mark with a crystal if it's been face down. So I turn it over so I can read it, or so that my clients can see what it is, but then I mark that it was face down with a crystal. So I always have these little crystal sets with each of my casting systems, but they're always falling out, and they're just mixed in with the runes so they don't stay closed. So today when I went to the post office, my friend Deirdre, and I'll put her Instagram at, or her, not Instagram, her Etsy at the bottom, but not that these are on there. This is just something she did for my craziness. But they're because of the twine and the cotton, they close, like this feels like it is locked down. And so I just had all these out, putting the little crystals into the bag and putting them in, and so I thought I would just show you my collection of casting systems while I have them out, and we'll just keep this one open at the get-go. So this is a set, and I think I did a video on these, so I'll put some of them, if I know where I got them from, I'll try to find their Etsy shops. This one, I definitely know where I got this from, so I will put, this is a full Anglo-Saxon rune set. This is the one I've been using the most in terms of, for all my Wheel of the Year aheads for people. I pulled runes for them, and this is, I love the size of it. I was kind of worried about the size, to be honest, because they're big. So I was kind of worried about the size of these, but I've ended up really loving these. I love how, and again, if you're wearing headphones for this video, you may want to turn them down, but I love how they sound. And I just love them. Energetically, this guy is amazing. I'll put his Etsy shop. He doesn't usually have them listed. You kind of have to message him, and then he'll kind of let you know what wood he has and what he can do. But you have to kind of message him directly. Absolutely love these. This I think is a honey calcite. That I have with that set. So now it has a little bag. So this is a full Anglo-Saxon set. Really, it's a full Northumbrian set, which is even more. So the Anglo-Saxon strictly would be the runes that are in the Anglo-Saxon rune poem, but there are four more plus Gar, so four more that are still broadly Anglo-Saxon, but they would be more specifically probably called Northumbrian runes. So this is the rune set that I am using the most. It stays literally as a table right in front of this table that has a box that has my webcam on it, and it just sits right there so I can literally just grab it. The other Northumbrian set, let me feel, I can tell by feeling the bottoms. Oops. This set. This is my other Northumbrian set. So I've been using these two the most right now because I've been working with the Northumbrians. Look at how cute that is. So I had, if you, let's find this one. This is a set of beautiful, I can't tell you where these came from because these were a gift, but these are porcelain plate cut Elder Futhark runes. And so I have that in this bag. Oh no, it's not this one. Well, I'll show you this while I'm at it. I swapped is what I did, is I have this pattern fabric for this pattern, and so in this one I have this fabric so that it kind of stands out, and then this kind of blue pattern with the little bit of blue, I've just added this blue one in. So this is this is a Elder Futhark, right, which is what you most often see in casting sets. I'm definitely become quite a fan of the full set, but these cast beautifully. You know, I had talked to the people who had gifted this to me. Two wonderful people had sent me this. And we had talked about it. I knew that they had sets, but I was like, you know, I'm a caster. Like, I like to cast, and I just feel like I would break these. And they're like, no, 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 they're actually really sturdy. But I was very hesitant. Anyways, they sent me these. And I will say, I didn't hold back. It's not like I slammed them, and they're always on something. But I like the thunk. I like the solid casting. And so, but these are just so beautiful because you've got the porcelain plate on one side and then the rune on the other. They're just gorgeous, and they've held up. I have used these. And I have used these just like I use my other runes. I don't baby them. Again, I'm not going to throw them onto a rock or something, but this is the set of stones that go with that. I don't know why you need to see that, but you know, why not? We're going through them all. So this is a Elder Futhark, which since the early 90s, I have primarily cast with the Elder Futhark. So most of my sets are Elder Futhark. So what is this? Okay, this is a set of Anglo-Saxon, full Northumbrian, I should say, runes that I made. So Michael's has these sets now of crystals. They're made for making earrings and necklaces, so they're flat on one side and then rounded on the other, and they're different crystals. So, and this was not cheap, I will say, although I'm a coupon user, I kept going with coupons, right? And so I think I had to get 4 packs of these to make the full set, but I love these. And then I just used a paint marker in a cream color, and then I did a gold paint marker to kind of highlight it so it stood out better. And then I just did a couple layers of Mod Podge over the top of them, and I love these. I love how they feel. I love how they cast. It's really great to make your own set. They become really special to you. And so this is a full Northumbrian set, And this little adorable bag has teeny tiny tiger eye, and I used to use this for another set of runes, and I had to stop using it because they always ended up getting lost or falling out. Like, these aren't going anywhere, so this makes me so happy. So that is an Anglo-Saxon set, or Northumbrian I should say. Let me put that over here. This is not in a bag, but I'll show these, and I will put again his Etsy shop here because I do think this is an amazing creator. This is my travel set that I will throw into my purse or throw into my any bag that I have. If I go somewhere overnight plus, I am going to always grab this, and this is like in a little matchbox size. And look at how adorable these are. I think I've done a walkthrough of these before, and you can see I keep a couple crystals in there for the exact same reason. He also has full-size sets of these. I would really love it if he would make a full Northumbrian set. I'm going to send him my, I just, in the falls I do like an intermediate runes where we go over the runes in a fresh way. And so this last time I kind of made up I like to do 1-page base information on all my classes, and so I ended up reworking this, which I had for my runes before, but having the full Northumbrian set that I particularly like to use in the order that I use them in. So I think I'm going to send him this and say, please could you add on some of these extra ones and make a Northumbrian set? That's one of my wish list things. But anyways, this is gorgeous. I love this. This is not in a bag, and I won't really put this in a bag, although I may have her make a tiny bag that I can slide this into so it doesn't get banged up or doesn't bang up the things that it's with, because a lot of times it's actually with like crystals and things that I'm taking out of town, so it might be nice to have that in a little bag. But anyways, that is a set of runes that is not in a bag, and I actually have one other set of runes not in a bag. This is a set of runes on tips of antlers that a dear friend made. These are very special, very magical. I actually don't even really like having them out of their space, but these stay on my ancestor altar in a bowl because I will just grab a few and cast them. There's a piece of citrine in here that has some reason become BFFs with the runes. These are very alive runes. I think of all of my, I don't actually, let me take that back. Like, I'm not a person that sees like tarot decks as being naturally imbued with sentience or energy of their own. Like, they have a voice because of the art, but any sort of energy that's in my decks, in my opinion, is from my working with the decks, right? Whereas I will say that I have a couple rune sets that do feel very much alive. One is this set. One is actually this large Anglo-Saxon set, but I think it's because again, both of these were created with a lot of intention and a lot of focus and understanding of energy and energy of wood, energy just in general. There was a lot of this. These weren't things that were kind of churned out. These are things that had a lot of intention, and maybe it's the wood and the antlers, I don't know. But these of my sets, these two sets feel like they have sort of their own energy on top of the energy that I put into them. I don't know how I got off on that topic, but there we go. So that's another, obviously that's a set of runes that I have, but that's again stays in a specific space. I guess we'll finish with runes here. That's the other set that I have of runes that I absolutely love, and this one has a little set of amethysts. Crystals. I've had these forever. I keep like a little, I have it over here. I think I got this at like Michael's for like, jewelry bead kind of sorting. I have 2 of these, and I just keep like, I have a little set of obsidian. I still got some, I think that's white calcite. I need to get some more smoky quartz to fill out, but I keep like little sets of these to be able to grab for different casting sets. So anyways, this one has amethyst in it, And this I do, let's see, here's, actually there may be a set of crystals down in there. I just heard something. But see, they fall out. Like these little black ones, they do no good. They don't stay closed, and I end up losing them. But I love this set. This is obviously a metal antique set of, antiqued set of kind of pounded metal. I think I have a walkthrough of these as well, but I love this. This is one of my favorite. I do like casting with metal. What I've learned is that I like a good solid thunk to my casting. You know, you live and you learn with what you like. The lighter wood sets don't really quite work for me, but I do love this set. This is a Elder Futhark set, and it has the amethyst in there. So that's a set of runes. Here's some miscellaneous, because I lose them. I've lost a lot of the little stones because they don't stay in there. Okay, that and that is, those are charms. This is my OM set, and this was gifted to me years ago. It is one of my prized possessions, but these are a set of OMs on the trees that they are traditionally represented by. So like these again, maybe it's, I don't know if it's the wood, I don't know. This certainly feels very alive with all of the woods, but it doesn't feel like a distinct personality, maybe because it has multiple different, but this definitely is just an amazing set. And so I have a set in here of, I believe this is orange calcite, that I use. And so again, what I use them for is if I'm going to, you know, cast some, that was poorly cast, but let's say I'm casting this down, and so obviously I've looked at this. I'm going to turn this one over because I want to see what it is, right? And I want to talk about it if I'm talking to a client or for myself. So I'll turn it over and I'll just stick a crystal by that turned over one, so that as I'm going back and I'm reading everything, I'm constantly reminded that that energy of that was face down. So that's why I like these little bags for that. But that is my set of OMs. Now these two are my journey tokens. So this is my original bag, so I like to keep this one sort of as my original. And what I don't like about these types of bags, although it doesn't matter so much for me with the tokens because they don't have really any edges to pick up or snag on things, but for charms for sure. And these were the first of these bags that have the inside in them. There's a lined, and now I'm like obsessed with lined bags, but this one I like as it is. But these are my journey tokens, and these are the same thing for me. That's the same thing as what we're talking about with runes. If I'm going to cast my tokens, right now, that was again not a great task. In these bags I always keep a dice because I use dice with my journey tokens, and then if they're, you know, when I turn them over to look at the energy, I again mark them. This is a set of garnet that I've had with this set for a while, and I keep those in with, so a dice, and I needed an extra one for some reason, and I took this little one, and then they just became BFFs, and I can't separate them. Crystals can be bossy. My experience with crystals is that they can be bossy. So obviously this is my system. I have this set, and then I made myself a set. These are my tokens, but you know, my tokens are available in my journey system is available in a card deck. So I took the images of the card deck and shrunk it down on stickers and put it on these little wood pieces, and then put resin over the top. These are not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but they're awesome, and I just love them, and they have the image and the colors on them, which is really, really cool. To me, it's very, very cool. And so, of course, that's got its own set of dice, as well as some, I believe that's obsidian crystals that go into that. So I have 2 sets of tokens for casting of my own system, one with the images on them and one the original ones, and so obviously those are casting. Now these 2 are my charm casting set. So this is my original charm casting set. Look at this fabric though. This is taro fabric. And then the lining, which is the lining material, is the same fabric. I just think that was super cool. And so that has my my main charm casting set, my original that has grown and evolved over years and years. And so this is my main. I don't keep little bags in here because with charms, there's too many charms. I'm usually throwing them all down. And so I don't generally keep little bags, although when I do smaller tosses, it probably would be nice. I don't really never kept little crystals in with my charm casting. So that's my original charm casting set that I still use all the time. This is my treasure. This is, if you've watched my channel, you've watched the sort of building up and the coming together of my fairy tale charm casting set. And the kind of the guidebook that I am working on. I need to get back to working on this more, but I'm putting quotes and in a picture from a book or from a movie for each of the charms. So that's like a set that I'm doing. But look at how beautiful this is. I found this fabric and said in combination. I'm like, please, like how perfect is that? Now this does have a little deck bag in it. So it's a charm casting set, but it is really all surrounded and based off of fairy tale and folklore kind of things. And then I have a set of, which you may have also seen me do, I have a set of alphabet cards. And I have mostly, this ended up getting kind of incorporated in with my fairy tale, where I will pull a letter and it just zings a word, and then I will cast with it. So I really love that. Again, some of you saw me, we've done some lives working with setting this up. And so she made a little bag for me in the matching fabric. And so that just literally, I just keep that in with the bag. But that is my fairy tale charm casting set. So I love both those sets, and I use both of those sets a lot. And I think that is that everything? Yep, these are we already talked about those. These are my charm casts. Yep, we talked about it all. So that is my total collection. Oh, I have one more that is waiting a bag because I just got these. My daughter actually got these for me for Christmas. This is a set of, you can get these from Los Scarabeo. She found them somewhere at a shop. And so this is an Elder Futhark set of runes on different tumbled crystals. And so they're on all different, I wish they did not, like in the little booklet, it says how important they are of the crystals that they're on, but then I love these, whatever this is. It's almost like maybe an agate or something, but then it doesn't say in the book what is the crystal, what is the stone that it's on, which I think would have been really nice. But anyways, I just got these for Christmas, and so I will get a mini bag and a bag for those. Right now they're hanging out in a cactus bag. but yeah, so with that, because that's my newest one from Christmas, that is my complete casting collection. And I love every single one of them for different reasons. Again, right now, my most used, I use these all the time. This is my favorite. This stays out on my table because I'm using that, but this is like the energy on this one chart casting set is so strong because I've just used it and built it, taken away, added things in for so many years. Like this is just like home. So this stays out. I have a place for it, but it doesn't stay on my table. Like I said, this Anglo-Saxon set is on my table in the front, and then the I might have already put it back, yeah. This smaller Anglo-Saxon set is right nearby because I'm using that full Northumbrian set right now. So they're getting the most use of the runes for sure. But I love all of them for different reasons and treasure each one of them. But we talk about like our sets of our collections of oracles and collections of tarot, and I thought it would be kind of fun just to see my whole collection of casting. I will say for casting, I love these, although this is my favorite. So I originally found this at Target, and I love it. Like I'll take my bag and throw it in here and then use it to cast with. And I love this. This is kind of soft. It does shed, but I just don't care. I like to be able to shake it up and cast. So I love, this is a tool for casting that I love. They recently restocked them, but this restock is much thicker, and I like the original one better, although this is, you know, nice to cast from. This is my favorite that I just keep to the side again if I'm going to put my charms in there, or even if I'm going to cast them like a full set of runes, I could put them in there and shake, and then I cast onto my surface from that. It just, I really like that. So that's something that I do like to use with casting. Another thing that I do use with casting. So okay, I hope that you enjoyed this peek at my casting collection, and I wish you an absolutely wonderful, well, today is actually New Year's Eve, so I wish you if you're watching this today or tomorrow, I wish you a wonderful 2022.